so that
Equally
they,
important.
perhaps
All right.
my feeling, more important.
Okay.
But that's me.
I'm rolling.
Okay. So that we get it on the recording, could you say and spell your first and last name? I mean, yours is easier than others, but if we just so we have it on the recording.
Sure. My name is Chris Webb. It's ChrisWebb.
So let's talk about mentoring. It's come up in our interviews with the folks that have received the one at a time scholarships, current or past. They talk about how important it is. What do you do as a mentor?
Oh, well, as a mentor, we have a variety of different jobs, but the primary job is really to be the advocate for our mentee, to understand where they're coming from, try to anticipate some of the problems that they may have over the course of the next semester, the next year, and even the course of their program, however long they're going to be studying. Try to advise them on what some of the situations are going to be and try to give them some advice on how to handle those situations. So those situations could be anywhere from classroom sorts of situations, trying to schedule classes and understand how that's going to fit in the overall the program, to things like money, advice on how to get to work, how to balance work and school and life outside of school, just anything that they need to do. We're primarily there just to be a source of information and guidance for them.
Student goes from a high school experience, first period, second period, third period, and now they're in a college experience, and they've got to juggle a lot of different things. There's a certain growing up that goes with being in college that maybe not everybody is equipped to handle right off the bat.
Very much so, very much so. And what we try to do early on is try to tell them what some of the hazards or problems that they could be in. Right after we actually award them their scholarships, we have them call them in, and first of all, we generally do this during a conference meeting, a council meeting, and we just announce to everyone in the council who our recipients are for the next year. And then we separate them out and take them back and start talking about some of the situations. Right off the bat, they're going to be addressed by a number of different lenders on campus wanting to have them sign up for a credit card. And so they have to learn about what it means to manage their money. We have to explain to them about nobody else is going to be waking you up. The alarm clock's is going to be there, and if you don't set it, you're not going to wake up. So we have to tell them about what the problems are about missing class and what the ramifications are associated with that. And then we explain to them time management, money management, school, everything we can do. And then after that, after we try to get them on board, which is a very quick ramp up there, then as mentors, we just continue on to watch the progress over the course of time and try to be there to answer questions. I feel it's important that we don't tell them, the students, what to do, but rather explain to them what the ramifications of their decisions are. So the students are always the ones deciding how they're going to behave and what they want to do next. We're there really just to give them guidance on what will happen and how they might be able to do things better.
How does this role as a mentor speak to your calling within the society? This is person-to-person contact and relationship building, isn't it?
Very much so, and it's that feeling of understanding that when we have an individual student, it's not just the student that we're dealing with. We're dealing with the student, we're dealing with the families that are involved, and longer term, we recognize that we're dealing with the communities. Our primary focus behind this program is really to change the economic future of the students that we're dealing with. Based on our criteria for how we select students, we want to have the greatest impact on areas where students might not be able to go to college in the first place. And so we're selecting students that we can help meet those goals, knowing full well that if we can give them the gift of education, that they can change not only their lives, but the lives of their families and the lives of the community.
Do some success stories come to mind in your 10 years as a mentor? Some of the relationships you've developed watching students graduate?
Oh, very, very much so. I mean, probably one of our biggest success stories right now is our director of this program, who came back to us as being once a student. He graduated, he went on and was able to get his master's degree, and has not only contributed to this program as well as the society in general, but also has been very active in the community and in politics and just in a whole variety of areas. He's one of our best examples, but there are a lot of individual examples too of just people who've been able to go out, make changes in their lives, graduate, and then you see when they become teachers or financial administrators or police people, anything that they can do to go out and make a difference in the community. My current student, I'm very proud of him. He started out as he thought he wanted to go into engineering, and then after a year or two of school, he realized that criminal justice and law enforcement is going to be an area that he really wanted to pursue more. So now he's looking to finish up his degree in May, and I'm happy for him because he knows that with this degree he'll be able to pursue either a position either on the local area or on the state, but also potentially even on a national level. It gives him that knowledge that he needs and the capabilities of continuing on and to participate in that area.
That education is that pebble in the water that has that ripple effect. We don't know how impacting that is in a community, in that family.
Very much so, and I still today, I still don't know all the ramifications, but I do know that my particular student has brothers and sisters and nephew that he's working with, and I think that he very much wants to be a good role model for them, and to help out his family and just to be an inspiration for the other people that he deals with on a day-to-day basis, that he might be able to make a difference in this area.
Through your work with this program, how has it helped you grow as a Vincentian and grow in your own spirituality, since it's paralleled your time as a member of the society?
Well, my direct background was one of I always say education. I never got a degree in education. I got a degree in engineering, but with the education that I did get, I got highly technical area and very much so oriented towards teaching, inspiring, helping people to understand what various technical aspects are and technical problems. And this has always been a desire on my end to use that same gift and in order to help people at a different level in this inspiring. So it allows me the opportunity to grow to be somewhat of a teacher. Although again, we always feel like it's a teacher in the subtle way of helping somebody understand the problem, not trying to give them facts or situations where they may making a decision fundamentally for them, but rather just explaining to them what's going on and educating them about where they're coming from and what those choices will mean in their lives, and helping them, therefore guiding them to make good choices.
How does it help you as a Vincentian in your spirituality to be person to person like this?
Oh, I love dealing with my mentee. It gives me great satisfaction. It's wonderful seeing him grow, and it makes me feel and understand how God has blessed me so much in my life and with the gifts He's given me, and it makes me proud to be able to look at this and say, Lord, thank you for these gifts, and I'd like to give these gifts back to everyone I meet. You've given me these gifts so that I can share them with others, and I'm very grateful for those gifts, and it makes me a little bit humble in that I realize God's immensity in my life, and I can only do a little bit, but I understand that if I allow God to work through me, I can have a much greater role in this world.
Can you imagine not being a part of this society of St. Vincent de Paul?
No. I mean, I feel like this is a wonderful calling. I understand what the Vincentians do. The Vincentians, I'm still actually trying to understand what Vincentians do, because there are so many different facets. Understanding that there is no act of charity that is foreign to the society. Understanding that we can reach out in all different ways, and it's wonderful seeing all the different manifestations of those gifts and how we can impact society in general because of that.
Thank you for your service to the society.